In today's video, I'm going to go over 7 do's and don'ts for staying sober without AA. And number 7 is going to surprise you because it's the first thing that other programs tell you to do. Look, I get it. Most people think that getting sober requires you going to meetings, getting a sponsor, and labeling yourself an addict or an alcoholic forever because that's what we've been told for decades. But what if I told you there's another way? A way that doesn't revolve around a lifetime of meetings and reflecting on your past struggles, but instead challenges you to embrace a new identity and naturally supports a forward-moving recovery. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sam, and I am the Director of Prevention and Recovery with Mental Fitness. Now, throughout my 20 years in recovery, I have discovered that the conventional method is not the only path to lasting sobriety. Mental Fitness is an academically accredited curriculum which offers a modern-day approach opposed to a 90-year-old remedy. I know I said that number 7 is the first thing that they ask you to do, so make sure you stick around for it, but arguably, number 1 might be the first. So here's number 1. Don't get a sponsor. Instead of getting a sponsor, everybody needs these 3 people instead. Everybody needs a mentor, a mentee, and an associate. Now, your mentor is somebody that you look up to, somebody that you go to for guidance, and they should have something that you want. And I'm not talking about the car they drive or the clothes that they wear, but more about what do they bring to conversations? How are they showing up in public? How do they treat other people with respect and dignity? Do they walk with confidence and pride, yet have a sense of humility? That is what your mentor is. Now, your mentee is kind of like your protege, and this does 2 things for you. 1, it puts you in a position of service because you're there to help somebody else. And when you're helping somebody else, it is impossible to think about your own stuff. I can't think about what challenges I'm dealing with in life if I'm helping somebody else with their life challenges. Those 2 thoughts can't occupy the same moment. It's just not possible. The second thing that having a protege does is it puts you at the top of your game. It keeps you constantly working on personal growth and development because let's face it, if you're not at the top of your game, nobody's going to want to come to you for advice. Now, the third person that you need is what we refer to as an associate or an honest friend. Now, you and your associate, you guys are like right here, okay? Sometimes you might go to them, sometimes they might go to you, but you guys are walking the same path and you're constantly cheering each other on, just your biggest supporters. There's no room for envy or jealousy with your associate. A win for them is a win for you and vice versa. Now, most people don't have one person like this in their life, let alone all 3. But whether you're in recovery or not, I think it's necessary to try to have all 3 of those people in your life at all times. Number 2, do start working out. If you're not already involved in some sort of physical fitness plan, start now. You're looking at a guy that couldn't run a mile or do a push-up when I graduated high school. I was the most insecure, scrawny, and out of shape person you've ever met in your life. And honestly, in a lot of ways, physical fitness saved my life. Now, physical fitness gave something to me that I saw in other people, and I just couldn't quite put my finger on it. And what it gave to me was this sense of security and confidence. I mean, growing up, I wasn't smart, I wasn't funny, I wasn't charming, I wasn't handsome, I wasn't athletic, and I always walked around with this huge sense of insecurity. Just this, I don't know what you thought about me, but I'm always thinking about what I think you might be thinking about me. But the reality is I had no idea what you were thinking about me. Now, when I walk into a room, I don't want to be the biggest guy, but I feel like I get a sense of respect for other people because they can see that I have a couple qualities because I take care of myself when it comes to physical fitness. I have the quality of persistence. I have the quality of delayed gratification, quality of consistency. Okay. Now, when I walk into a room, people can see that I take care of myself and I get something back from them that I didn't when I was drinking and using drugs, because when I walked into a room then, I just looked defeated. Physical fitness gave me that sense of confidence and security that I needed to feel a presence in any room that I walk into. Number 3 is going to be don't take ownership over distress and dysfunction. Now, what do I mean by that? A lot of programs teach you to say things like my addiction and my disease. Stop saying that. You don't own it. Don't say my addiction. Don't say my disease. Don't say my depression, my anxiety, any of that. You don't own it. Don't possess anything in your language that you don't want to own in your character and your identity. Okay. Now, if you had a cold, you wouldn't say that it's my cold. You would say I'm struggling with the symptoms of a cold. That language automatically assumes that the cold is going to go away. And when that cold goes away, you're no longer struggling with those things. That addiction is not yours. You don't own it. You don't want it to be a part of you forever. So stop saying it. Number 4 is do find activities and social groups that support your lifestyle. Now, the one thing that 12-step does really well is at any time, at almost any place in the world, you can go to a meeting and surround yourself with a group of like-minded individuals. And in a lot of ways, that's great. But in a lot of ways, it's not so great. And the way that it's not so great is that you're surrounding yourself with a group full of people that are constantly talking about the problem. They're constantly talking about their past and what they used to do. When you're listening to the war stories, they'll tell you that you have to change people, places, and things. But honestly, that can't be further from the truth. Now, there's some gray area there. You don't want to go hang out at your dealer's house, but you can't run away from every person or place that you've ever been to that you think might be a trigger. What you do need to do is surround yourself with people that support the lifestyle that you want to live. Now, whether that's joining a gym, finding alcohol-free lifestyle activities. Again, physical fitness is a great way. I can guarantee you, if you go to the gym on a Saturday or Sunday morning, you're probably not going to run into a bunch of people that tied one on the night before. Number 5 is don't keep a sobriety date. Now, I know a lot of programs encourage this because they think that it gives you some sort of accomplishment, right? Now, if metrics is your thing, by all means, keep a sobriety date. Me personally, for myself and for my clients, I have found in a lot of ways that it can do more harm than good. And here's how. Recovery is not a linear process. There's a lot of people that are going to slip up and they're not going to stay sober on the first time through. And when that happens, traditional programs tell you that you need to start over. Some even make you give your chips back and pick up a new 24-hour chip, which means starting a new sobriety date. And I've actually seen more people not come back after a relapse simply because they didn't want to have to restart from the beginning. The reality is your progress isn't gone. If you were sober for a year and life happened and you handled it the wrong way and you had a relapse, it doesn't mean that all your progress is gone. What it means is you need to learn from that experience, move forward, and focus on the next play. And that's the most important thing, is what did you learn from the experience? Me personally, I've been in recovery for 20 years, but I don't keep a sobriety date. I also don't want to be judged on an arbitrary number based on what somebody else thinks might be appropriate. I've told people that I've had 2 weeks of sobriety and they tell me, oh my gosh, that's a miracle. I've told people I have 5 years of sobriety and they're like, oh, welcome to early recovery. Well, which one is it? How can 24 hours to 2 weeks be a miracle and 5 years is early sobriety? Just don't keep a sobriety date. It'll make things a lot easier for you in the long run. Number 6, do find something to do for personal growth and development. Now, if you've never done anything for personal growth and development and you go through the steps, you might have this aha moment. But for me personally, they were very surface level. Then on the other hand, you could do something like follow a program like mental fitness. Get that book right there. Hire one of our coaches, work with one of our counselors, and do something that is an academically accredited and evidence-based study that is going to completely change the person you are. Now, here's the thing. AA specifically tells the biggest lie out there. They tell you that if you get sober and you stay sober, your dreams will become reality. That is a lie for 2 reasons. One, it's not just about staying sober. It is about completely changing who you are, changing how you walk, how you talk, who you hang out with, the things that you think about, the things you watch, the things you listen to, and the person that you're trying to become. And the second lie, if you get sober and stay sober, your dreams will become reality. That's just not true, because I'm living proof that if you follow the right evidence-based program like mental fitness, your reality will actually surpass your dreams. Look, when I first got sober, my dreams were real simple. I hoped I might be able to get a job bagging groceries somewhere because now I got to check off that box that says I'm a felon. I never dreamed of running a 6-figure business and being a coach. I never dreamed of being a father to 3 beautiful baby boys that will have no memories of me being drunk or high. And I never dreamed of traveling the country and sharing my experience and using them as lessons for other people so they can learn from my mistakes and not have to make their own. If you're finding value in this video and you want to take a deeper dive into some of the mental fitness strategies, there's a link in the description, and that will give you a peek inside of some of the curriculum that we use with our coaching clients. Go ahead and click it, take a look, and I hope you find value in it. And number 7, which honestly could have been number 1, don't ever call yourself an alcoholic or an addict. In mental fitness, we have identified that the most powerful words in all of your self-talk are the words that come after I am. From the very first time I ever said, hi, my name's Sam and I am an alcoholic, it just didn't sit right with me. And that's why I refuse to do it today. I'm not going to call myself something that I don't want to possess as part of my identity. I don't drink anymore. Why would I call myself an alcoholic? I am a father. I am a son. I am a coach. I am recovered. What are you? If you found value in this video, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button, but more importantly, watch the last video I posted on the 7 phrases that are keeping you addicted, because I can guarantee you probably said at least one of them today.